Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Angry TV with me, Angry Britain, off the Twitter, which is here or here. I still haven't got the hang of that. So this is another G-Shock unboxing video and a warning, yes, about the dangers of late night shopping. So yes, as most of you do, I'll be sitting in bed at night scrolling away on my Pixel 6 Pro with its horrible jittery screen, looking at stuff, and I've had my eye on a G for quite a while. Keep seeing pictures of it in different flavours, and I liked it when it came out. There were two of them, a blue one and an orange one, and yeah, so it's January and there are January sales and bargains to be had. And as you know, if you watch this channel regularly, I love a bargain. I don't pay full price for anything, particularly not when it comes to G-Shocks like this one, which has arrived this morning. So we are about to unbox the G-Shock GA-2200-2AER, which will mean nothing to most of you, I imagine. But anyway, let's have a look and see what's in the box, and then you can see what watch I've actually bought. Okay, so it's the usual G-Shock camo box, which seems to be standard now instead of the black one like it used to be. We have got the usual pile of paper in there. Don't care. Open the tin. Standard shit tin, but it's okay because it's a cheap watch, a really cheap watch, and I don't mind getting a cheap watch in a shit tin. Okay, it's a real bugbear for me with G-Shocks. They just make no effort whatsoever. But up to 100 quid, I'm okay with this. Over 100 quid, we need something better, Casio. Okay, simple as that. Right, so in the tin then, pop the lid. Got the usual protective bit of foam, and as you can see, it's a bit loud. I'm going to go back and let the camera do its thing. It's a loud colour, which is not a bad thing. So let's pull that out. There. Unwrap it. All tagged up as it should be. Okay, and what we have is one of these. What do you think of that? Okay, I've had my eye on these since they came out. I just think they're cool. I really like the colour. There was an orange one that went with it, and if I can find the orange one, I might pick one of those up as well. But what I like about it, I like the screws. I think they're quite cool, and I also like the fact that it looks a bit like it's been sliced off in a meat slicer. It's just really flat and really something quite, I don't know, kind of quite tough about it. Quite different, and this is very different to a lot of my other Gs. I've got a lot of GA-2100s and squares and those kinds of things, and obviously a couple of MTGs and the more expensive ones, but this just looks completely different to all of them, and I really like it for that. It's just a completely different kind of design. I also love the colour. The colour is really, I don't know if the camera's going to really do it justice, hopefully it will in 4K, but it's really bright. It's a really bright, vibrant blue. It's kind of like a, it actually looks, looking at the screen that I'm filming this on, it actually looks like it's kind of like a sky blue. In actual fact, it's more like a kind of turquoisey blue, maybe sort of even like a greeny blue, but it's really bright, really pops. It's similar to the colour of the Frogman Tiffany, which is for me one of my Grail watches. I need one of those in my collection one day. But it's a lovely colour and really different and really stands out. So the GA-2200 is a carbon core guard model, which to be honest I think they pretty much all are these days. It's really light, doesn't weigh anything, sort of standard G. I like the black bit here and the sort of the black accents. It as a design, it just comes together really well. I think it's fab. In terms of functionality, we've got, what have we got? Let's have a look. We've got a world time, stopwatch, alarms. Just the usual, completely just the usual G-Shock stuff, which is very interesting. The LCD design is quite neat. It kind of goes from there to there, and it gives you your, it's quite hard to tell actually with the hands. Let's have a look, see if we can get the hands out of the way. Yeah, it's a bit of a, the LCD is a bit of a mess, let's be honest, but it's cool in the fact that it goes from there to there rather than straight across the bottom or straight across the top. So it's fine, I'll let it go. You have big hands to tell the time with, so it's not really an issue. It's definitely not a watch for, you know, anything other than just pairing up with an outfit in the summer. It's going to be a really cool, interesting summer watch. The light, let's have a look at the light on it. hopeless, utterly hopeless. Let's see if I can show you this. I don't know if this is going to work. It's just a standard GA crappy little LED light that is not going to light up anything. But again, it doesn't matter. It's a fashion watch, it's a bit of fun, and it's good enough, and it was cheap. Okay, so when I say cheap, G-Shock want 109 quid for these. I've managed to find it at an AD called Hilliers Jewellers for about 75 shipped. So big saving on a watch that I've had my eye on for a long time. So for me, it was a bit of a no-brainer late at night scrolling through my phone. Let's have a look at it on the wrist. I've got my GA-2200 bright yellow on at the moment. So let's actually, I'll tell you what I'll do a side by side for you before I whip one off, just so you can see.
2,000 years later.
Okay, so that's what they look like side by side. The GA, the 21, is quite a bit thinner, although the GA-2200 is sold as thin. But it's still not a huge watch. It's still a lot thinner than something like a Mudmaster. Or one of the, you know, the GA-110s. So it's still a really thin watch. Let's whip this one off now. Oh, G-Shock on the floor. Right, feels really nice. Feels really light. Doesn't have any great big buttons sticking out, so that when you bend your wrist, you start to get a bit of dry skin, like I've got. Feels really nice. It's comfortable. Yeah, feels really good. That. It feels really good. But this is the sort of G that I like. I like something that stands out, something that's a little bit different, and something that's a bargain. I'm all about a bargain when it comes to watches. Okay, this is not one of those watch channels that's full of watches that are outrageously out of reach and you can never afford. Or at least, even if you can afford them, you can't get the bloody things, Rolex. So yeah, I think that's a really neat addition to my G-Shock collection. It's a lovely colour. It's one I can tell I'm going to wear a lot, just because it's a bit loud and a bit shouty and interesting, and yeah, I'm a fan of that. So I would love to know what you think about this watch. Tell me in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell. This channel's growing really nicely. I've got a ton of content to come around the Pixel 6 Pro, and whether I'm going to end up going back to iPhone. I've also got a state of the collection video to do, because there's now many Gs and I need to have a run through and show you what I've got and what I'm thinking about getting rid of. So yeah, do stay tuned to the channel, and don't forget to check out the video prior to this, which is the warning about my videos being used to sell dodgy watches on Facebook. So again, thanks for your support, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.